How's it going, everyone? It's me, Vivi, and welcome back to something Jak and Daxter related. Do you remember a company called Limited Run Games? Well, I did talk about them in this video, which you've probably seen before, Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy limited physical releases on PS4. There was a collector's edition with a bunch of goodies, and a standard one, aka just the game. In that video, I did express quite a good amount of frustration. Before I proceed, I do want to get one thing out of the way. I've been receiving comments on that video saying, this dude is just salty because he didn't get one. No. I was just not a big fan of how it was initially handled. That is all. Now, long story short, Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, TPL for short, the Collector's and Standard Edition. It was announced on the same exact day of checkouts. Like, hey, if you're a Jak and Daxter fan, guess what? This Collector's Edition physical release on PS4 is now available. And boom, it sold out in just a matter of seconds. There was no teaser in advance, no initial announcement, like a couple of days before, nothing at all of such sort. Out of the blue it was posted, sold out. Even Naughty Dog, I remember, retweeted what Limited Run Games posted on Twitter on that same exact day, just like that. I just wanted to summarize and get that out of the way so you guys understand what I'm getting at. Alright, now Limited Run Games had said by June 2019, expect all 4 games, 1, 2, 3, and X to be available to you. So now we move on to Jak 2 or Jak 2 Renegade depending on your region. And I am super happy to say they have listened. 4 new things happened. I don't know how they listened, probably to the replies on Twitter, or maybe people making videos. They probably didn't see mine, okay. Number 1, this time, the Collector's Edition is limited to 1 per customer. Yay, but 2 for standard. But this is already huge, because originally, the Collector's Edition was limited to 2 per customer, which was unfair, right? A lot of people want this. Number 2, scalpers. Well, look at this tweet. I would just love it if you guys went through the people that bought them and canceled the orders of people who are selling the first game Collector Edition for a huge profit, or resell the orders to people who actually want them, and resell them to people who actually want them. We have gone through and canceled bot orders, or people that broke the order limit. We'll be contacting the waitlist for Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, shortly. You know, this was for the first announcement, Jak 1, collectors and stuff, so I'm happy that they are paying attention to this whole bot situation. So we'll see how things go. Number 3, they finally decided to announce this beforehand. A lot of people were frustrated by the fact that this was lacking initially, 5 days before. Oh no, wait, on January 17th, they showed us this teaser. I'm happy. Limited Run Games, thank you. Note, this doesn't mean a pre-order is going to get opened. No. Adding to chart, if you're going to get this on January 25th, it does not reserve your order. This is a game of speed. It all depends on how fast you click checkout. 4. They slightly raised the number of units, originally 5,000 for the Standard Edition and 2,500 for the Collectors. The 1,000, well, technically, they wanted to give away 500 to developers. Now it says 7,500 for Standard and 3,500 for Collectors, 2,500 extra Standards, and 1,000 extra Collectors. Is it a tremendous difference considering how fast it's going to sell anyways? Like, honestly, no. This is Jak and Daxter after all. I mean, usually Limited Run Games does this for indie titles, but this is Jak and Daxter, a beloved franchise. I mean, come on now. But look, who am I to judge? Who knows how long this takes, the process which is involved. Plus, it's in their name. This is something I have to say. At Limited Run Games, our releases truly are limited. Once a game sells out, it will never be available from us again. They don't reprint, in other words. We believe that, as collectors and consumers, you should be able to trust when we say our games are limited. They are. Oh yes, about the TPL collectors and stuff, the one from before, Naughty Dog, this is something I did not talk about. Naughty Dog apparently was very strict as to the number of units to be sold. According to user Boomer over on Reddit, on the Jak and Daxter Reddit page, he did some digging into the Limited Run Games' Discord page. If you don't believe me, Boomer himself made a video. I'll leave it in the description below. You've probably heard of Boomer, right? In the Jak and Daxter community. According to him, according to his research, It is believed that Naughty Dog wasn't happy of the sales numbers for the PS4 re-releases. It did poorly, in other words. So I'm guessing Naughty Dog was very strict about that. Hey, it's not that popular anymore. This is just me talking, okay? Who knows what was going on in the minds of Naughty Dog. So since they saw this selling out within just a couple of seconds, they thought, okay, let's take the risk and release just a bit more copies, but to still remain true to the company's name, Limited Run Games. One thing that still saddens me, okay? This is Jak and Daxter. I really love what Limited Run Games is doing, I appreciate it, but Sony, come on, why don't you guys promote this? Make it bigger. This isn't an indie title. There is a market for this. Hey, at least they can make quick bucks with this. At least that's what it felt like to me since the re-releases on PS4. Not to mention, those are just emulated versions. For the PAL version, if I'm not mistaken, people are still waiting for updates to fix the issues. They're still waiting. And yes, you heard it right, these are not remasters. These are simply the emulated versions in the PS2 Classics section on PS4, brought to you on a physical disc. Just emulated game on a disc. Now the price for this one has been upped by $10. Originally $74.99, now $84.99. And why, you might say so? Well, they did reply to someone. This features an expanded and uncompromisingly complete 3-disc soundtrack. We didn't want to cut the demos and unreleased material to lower costs, so we had to raise the price to account for that. Now wait, let's first dive into this. So what's included in this version? $84.99 Jak 2 Collector's Edition. Jak 2 with reversible cover art. Notice how they went with the Japanese cover art. According to their tweets, they were a fan of the Japanese cover, so they decided to include it. Foil stamped rigid Collector's Edition box, official expanded 3-disc soundtrack, reversible 18 by 24 inch poster, design bible, a deep dive into Jak 2, red 16GB memory card USB drive, foil trading card set, 3-inch antique copper seal of Mar, pretty much along the lines of the first collectors with TPL, posters, soundtracks, and everything. Now what's cool about these editions, I have to say, not only the small nice item we got the egg for the first one and now we get the seal of Mar, but the soundtrack itself. We never got a physical release of the soundtracks, so that's very cool. And yeah, like they stated, this includes a complete 3-disc soundtrack, so naturally they had to raise the price. As for anything else, there is a new dynamic theme, a second one. There was one for TPL before. Don't forget, for iOS users, you got stickers. Jak and Daxter themed stickers for, you know, your Apple device. Mark your calendars, folks. Not that I want to discourage you, it's still gonna sell out in minutes, regardless of the extra number of copies. So guys, on the 25th, stretch your fingers. How do you even stretch fingers? Your arms and legs, because on January 25th, it's game on. For those wondering, yes, this is still a situation of 2 batches. One being at 10 AM and the second one at 6 PM Eastern Time. So folks, get ready. If you want to get your hands on this, you've watched the video, you are aware that this will be available on the 25th starting at 10 AM. So mark your calendars. I'll try to get this, even though I'm discouraged because this is gonna sell out like hotcakes. I'm not kidding. So with that being said, guys, this is it for the video. About the third version, Jak 3 and Jak X, I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on it. I mean, it depends on you guys. If you want me to talk about it, I'll do so when the time comes. If no, naturally, I'll probably make a post saying, hey guys, Jak 3 will be available on this set date, either on Twitter or on YouTube. But anyways, we'll see how it goes. And really, maybe some of you thought, dude, this video is pretty unnecessary, you could have just made a post on Twitter, but the thing is, there's a bunch of stuff I wanted to say, and I thought, hey, a video would be the best option. And other than that, I am forgetting one thing. By getting all 4 games, it doesn't matter if you got standard mixed with collectors, getting 1, 2, 3, and X will grant you a mock case of Jak 4? What? I don't get it, really. But won't that trigger fans more than anything? The idea sounds fun and cool, but, you know, people have been talking about Jak 4 for years. Getting a mock case just like that, I don't know, it's probably gonna upset people. But anyways, that's just me, of course. So, yeah, this is it for the video, guys. It's over. You can leave. Bye. And just do your usual. Comments, anything, share your thoughts, you know, in the comments section below. And as always, I've been Vivi, and thank you for watching.